Hey there YouTube, this is Matt Crystalier again, and I wanted to give you a quick review of the iTron's 360 rotating case for the iPad 3. And basically iTron's sent me this case to see if I could do a quick review on it. I want to give you some quick thoughts and initial impressions on the case itself, and also how it can stack up to other higher end cases such as the Targus, Viewscape, and things like that. If you're curious, here is the actual website itself. If you go to Amazon, this is the actual Amazon app here. Now the best thing about this individual case is the price right here, $12.99. I mean, this is exactly like the Targus 360 case. There are a few things that go along with this particular case that are not quite the same, things that maybe could be improved on, things you could add, but I gotta tell you, for the price, you can't beat a case that does everything this does for $13. It's a few extra dollars for shipping, but ultimately it's a really good value. So let's get right into it. Alright, so let's take a look around the case. Notice on the front here we just have a regular basic black leather folio style. We have a strap on here, and that's how we're going to actually keep the lid closed. On the back here we have an opening for our Apple logo. We have the separation here all throughout the back because that's where our iPad is actually going to swivel and rotate. On the bottom here, let's look at the cutouts. Let me just focus this in. On the back of the cutouts we have an opening here for our speaker port, which actually helps prevent from any kind of obscuring of the audio. Next to that we have our 30-pin connector, which is opening up just fine. I don't have any problem plugging in my charge or anything like that. Again, with these cases, these aren't really meant to be used with docks or anything like that, so if you have a dock you have to take it out of the iPad. Now on the top with the camera, the quality assurance is a little bit rough with this case. I mean, ultimately this case is only $15, so you're going to get what you pay for. If you want to go with something with really high quality leather, something that's going to be more durable, then you want to go with the Targus. But again, those are $60 for the equivalent of this case. So if you want to get the function and the slimness of this actual case itself, then this is a great value for $15. But again, there's certain things like on the leather where you can see on the edge there's a little bit of a mark there that the leather's coming out. On the corner up here at the top, leather's coming out just a little bit, and I only use this case for about a week. It's just a few quality assurance things, but again, $15. This is better than a price you could even get at some of the kiosks in the mall. Alright, so let's go and open it up. You can see that it has the sleep wake function, which works great. I don't have any problems with it moving around. Once the strap is pulled over, snaps into place just fine, keeps it closed, no clicking, you don't hear any of the sleep wake function going off, okay, which is good. I'll open it up. Alright, so when we have it completely flat, alright, it does lay flat, it's all good, it's not bouncing around or anything like that. Let's look at the inside. I'm just going to back this up, zoom this in. Now on the inside of the case you have this kind of a black velvet micro suede material. If you have a house with cats or animals, just know that it will collect lint, it will collect cat hair, but again, you can get that off no problem. It's the same thing though, that's not really a ding on this case in particular. It's basically on any of these cases that have this type of material on the inside. Belkin, Griffin, whatever it is, they all have this kind of material, and it will collect dust, especially if it's black, but that's just part of the name of the game. Alright, we have 3 ridges in here, 3 little spots where we're going to be able to put our case when we set it up in the stand. On the actual iPad itself, you have kind of a floating backing shell, so the iPad never has to come out of the shell in order to use it in the actual case mode. So let's go ahead and explore those. We have 3 different angles here. This is our first angle here in landscape. This is our second angle, and our third angle. Now each one is going to be good for different things. When you're all the way at the very top, much like other cases here, you don't have much stability. Okay, if you're tapping the screen a lot, typing on email, things like that, you are going to get a good amount of bounce. Second angle here is going to be quite a bit better, and third angle is going to be the best. Okay, very little movement at all. Now the best part about this case is that it does give you the feature of the rotating stand. So Let's rotate this back so we can get a good comparison. Now we're able to go between landscape and portrait mode. So again, when we're in landscape mode like this, okay, we can use all of our different stands. So we have all three here. Now, when I'm in portrait, here's my third stand option. Okay, it's just fine if I want to use it for reading a book, seeing a full view of the website, whatever it is. Second view is okay. It's still a little bit stable. Okay, not going to go anywhere. However, the third stand option, the first one there, is not going to allow you to use it. It just does not stand up. Now, I think the main reason for that is because after further review of the case, this part here that keeps the stand actually up is going straight up and down, and it actually goes back a little bit, so it just cannot hold the weight of the iPad. So if I let go, see, it just falls. So if you want to use it in portrait, you're not going to be able to use this particular stand. It's just not going to work. These first two grooves here, they work just fine. But again, that is a really cool feature that you get with this case, being the price it is, where you can use it in portrait or landscape. And you know, there's benefits to each one. Again, so if we close it up, strap over. Alright, so just to wrap up here, the iTron's case, 360 rotating case, is going to be a direct model of the Targus 360 rotating case. Now, again, they're very similar in what they do in the functions and the features. There's a few things I feel like they could have improved on with the actual iTron's case. With the value of what you get, I'd say they pretty much nailed it, but there's a couple small things that I think could have gone into the production that maybe not have exceeded the price too much. One of those being, on the actual Targus case, you have the stylus holder, which at first I thought was going to be a little annoying, but after using some of the apps, the paper app, Draw Some, things like that, I actually use the stylus quite a bit, so I find this to be really helpful, and I find having to carry my stylus around in other places can get kind of old pretty fast. And also you have a lip here that's going to give you an additional typing angle when you're using your iPad. And again, if I actually use this, put it down with the iPad and it weighs it down a little bit, that's a really good typing angle right here. So those are really the only two things that I noticed that they hit the mark on with the actual iTron's case itself. But again, for value wise, you can't really go wrong. So to wrap up, again, this is the iTron's 360 iPad 3 case. You can find it on Amazon for about $12.99, about $5 for shipping, so ultimately less than $20 for the whole case. A great value. Special thanks to Tanvir for sending me this case to do a review on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will put a link to the store and to the actual case down here below in the description box. And if you enjoy my video, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more updates, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.